In the previous video, we learned how to use the get server-side props function to server-side render the news list component. In this video, let's learn how to server-side render with dynamic parameters. For our example, what we want is a page that filters the news articles by category. In our list of articles, you can see that we have two articles with category sports and one article with category politics. What we need to do is create a route /news/category, which will display the list of articles that match the category in the URL. So in the browser, if we navigate to /news/sports, we should see articles 1 and 3. If we navigate to /news/politics, we should see article 2. Let's go back to VS Code and understand how to achieve this. Within the news folder, I'm going to create a new file called category.js. Category within square brackets. We need a dynamic route, and this category is going to be our parameter. Within the file, let's define an article list by category component. So function article list by category, and we are going to default export the same. So export default article list by category. To implement this component though, we first need the data which is filtered by category. And to fetch the filtered data, we again rely on get server-side props. So export async function get server-side props, and within the function we make our API call. So const response is equal to await fetch, and the API endpoint this time is localhost 4000/news ? Category is equal to sports. Now this right here is a handy feature of JSON server which lets us filter the data by passing in query parameters. Category, of course, is a property in each object in the news array. Right now, I have hard-coded category is equal to sports, but this needs to be extracted from the URL. And the question is, how do we get hold of the route parameter within get server-side props? Well, as it turns out, it is exactly the same way you do it with get static props. The function receives an argument which can be called as context, and this of course is by convention. This context parameter is an object which contains a key called params. Let's destructure it. The params object will contain the category route parameter, which again can be destructured. In our API endpoint, we can now use string interpolation and add the category at the end. So category is equal to $curly braces category. Once we have the response, convert it into JSON. So const data is equal to await response.json. From the function, we return an object which must contain a props key. Props is an object, and we return the filtered data as well as the category. So articles is the data. We also pass in category as a prop. Now that we have the props, let's destructure it from the component props. So curly braces, articles, comma, category. For the JSX, let's render the category, the individual article ID, title, and description. So return an h1 tag that says showing news for category And after the h1 tag, we're going to map over the article list. So articles.map. For each article, we're going to return a div tag where key is going to be equal to article.id. And we render article.id, article.title, and article.description. I'm also going to add an HR tag. And that should be it. Let's save the file and test this out in the browser. If we navigate to /news/sports, we see articles 1 and 3. If we navigate to /politics, we see article 2. If you inspect the network tab, the pre-rendered page is what is served to the browser. So we have successfully server-side rendered the page with dynamic parameters. If you are server-side rendering a list of items, it is quite common to also server-side render a filtered list of items or even an individual item by its ID. Hopefully, you now have an idea of how to do that. In the next video, let's talk a bit more about this context parameter which the get server-side props function receives. I'll see you in the next one.